Hi, my name is Terrence, and for my Sdlc, I went with Fusion 360. Fusion 360 is a 3D modeling app that allows you to create, well, 3D models in a 3D space. You can then export a file that makes it 3D printable. You can send it to a CNC if you want it out of like a foam. And I haven't tested it myself, but I'm also sure it allows for files that can be sent to a metal shaping machine. So the way I believe the requirements for this app were gathered is that someone had the idea that they want a digital space people can make parts so we can prototype better and save materials, and our most viable prototype will have already had many iterations. During the design process of this, I think uh, once they really laid it all out, they decided, of course, they want a 3D space, all accesses, and it's on a grid, so you could make it in like a certain amount of inches or millimeters. They made sure to incorporate that because when you 3D model, you want to make your model life sized and as it would actually be in a physical space. Um, but how do we get these 3D shapes? Well, that's when they introduced 2D sketches. So you can create a sketch on a 2D plane, kind of how you would draw on a piece of paper, but within the computer, once it's finished, you're allowed to extrude or uh, bring this 2D drawing into the 3D space. And then there's a tool belt that they implemented for this, along with modifications inside each tool. This was done because in theory, any shape you want should be possible, and the designers wanted to make sure that it was. So what languages do I think they use? Definitely multiple. I can't put my finger on one. I know C++ and Python are probably one, but maybe even HTML is one because this app does have live updates. Sometimes you'll log on and it'll go, oh, restart for an update. So I assume there's also some JavaScript in here too. What testing did I think they did? Uh, I definitely think they played around with Windows, at least 10, and it says there was 16 gigabytes of RAM, but I think they tested for each level of RAM and continued to optimize until they could get it kind of solid at even 8 gigabytes because there is low scale modes that you can run in this app. So the development, how I think they released it, I think they released the executable. So they just sent you the code output that you can download to your computer, and patches are getting dropped through that web. So it's kind of a kind of a live service app. Yeah, we'll go with the live service. Um, the maintenance, again patched through the web. I think they did the agile development methodology only because the app is constantly changing, and if it was water file, it'd be fixed and nothing would change. Even recently, they had an update in 26 where you have three different file types: hybrid, part, and component designs. And that was like a whole new like 2026 update. Even the UI was different, which is so. That's why I believe that this is a this is an agile methodology, just because of how much the app changes. And yeah, this was my submission for the software lifecycle.